Hello, my name is Jill Frank. I am a registered nurse in the emergency department in Virginia. I am personally affected by the opioid crisis daily. According to the American Hospital Association, America's hospitals and health systems are on the front lines of the opioid crisis that is ravaging communities across the nation and costing nearly 150 American lives each day. The Opioid Crisis Response Act of 2018 is a package of more than 70 bills. The Opioid Crisis Response Act is the result of 6 bipartisan hearings involving the Food and Drug Administration, the National Institute of Health, the Center for Disease Control, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, Health Resources and Services Administration, and the Department of Education and Labor to address the crisis and the effects on children, families, and communities. OCRA, otherwise known as the Opioid Crisis Response Act, contains American Hospital Association supported provisions to increase research into non-addictive pain therapies, encourage alternatives to opioids in emergency departments, improvement of the strategies used in neonatal abstinence syndrome, promotion of education, and increasing in awareness in regards to treatment of pain, the expansion of telehealth services to treat substance use disorders, educate prescribers to establish best practices for the prescription of controlled substances. The National Center for Injury Prevention and Control published in the Journal of Medical Care in 2016 that the estimated cost to treat overdoses, abuse, and dependence on prescription opioids cost American society some $78.5 billion per year. The Congressional Budget Office predicts that the cost to implement the Opioid Crisis Response Act will be $7.1 billion between the year 2019 and 2023. That is less than 10% of the cost of treating overdoses. $500 million of that will be allocated between 2019 and 2023 to the Department of Labor to establish a grant program to alleviate the economic and workforce effects of opioid abuse. $1.5 billion between 2019 and 2021 for grants to states and Indian tribes to respond to the crisis. Funds will be used to direct the FDA to strengthen the department's oversight of opioids and other controlled substances and medications that are utilized to treat pain. This collection of bills is a great start to combating substances and substance use disorder in the United States, but where will the money come from? According to the balance, the federal government will receive $3.645 trillion in revenue for 2019 tax year, with $1.295 trillion of that, or 36%, coming from Social Security, Medicare, and other payroll taxes. I advocate increasing the Medicare tax from 1.45% to 1.6% from both employee and employer. This amount would more than cover the needed $1.775 billion to implement the Crisis Response Act of 2018 annually. This would equate to an individual who makes $80,000 a year to be taxed and matched by the employer an additional $120 annually. That's just $240 between the employer and the employee. According to Maria Lamagna, an author for the Market Watch, the estimated cost to care for patients with an untreated opioid use disorder is about $18,000 more per year in healthcare costs than those without an opioid use disorder. We cannot afford to not pass these bills. Our country needs this. The money will come and we will use it appropriately. Thank you.